camera's on.
Oh.
There we go. Okay. Well, good evening, everyone. Today is Tuesday, March 7th, 2016, and this is the Board of Selectmen meeting. First on our agenda is an update on the Cultural Council activities. And I guess if you're sitting in for Nan.
Well, actually, I am the co-chair of the local cultural council here.
Right.
And I want to invite all of you to please come to a reception we're holding next Friday. It will be posted. This is March 18th from 6:30 to 8:30 in the Alex Room. Kate Hogan is going to be there to present citations to this year's grant recipients. And so we would love to have as many people as possible come. It's open to the public, please come. It'll give you a chance to meet the recipients, many of them are coming, and to talk with Kate Hogan. And we would like to just become a more visible organization in town. And I think we do a lot of good. We sponsor usually about 20 different organizations and events every year. And I would think that this year, almost everybody in town, if not everybody in town, will attend at least one event that was partially sponsored by our local cultural council. So it is an important organization. And with that, thank you.
Thank you
very much. Thank you.
Okay.
Friday, March 18, right?
March 18th.
6:30 to 8:30.
6:30 to 8:30, we will have some refreshments, so if it's dinner time, you will not starve.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, next up on our agenda is a request to hold the baseball opening day on April 23rd, 2016, rain date of April 24th, 2016. And, hi, come on down.
Yes, as usual, the yearly parade, same thing, starting at Emerson, Littlefield, the fire trucks meet us there, walk out to Main Street, then take a left onto Aquatic, onto Memorial Field, and have all the teams parade out there, and then have our festivities after.
Okay. I'm assuming you've talked to the chief and...
Yeah, I left a message to put on the calendar.
No, Chief Nelson's fine with it. Chief Nelson's fine with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, because we do this kind
Yeah,
of...
every year, yeah.
Great. No, I think it's great. Any questions, anybody? Right, then, take a motion to approve.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye? Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
Good
you.
luck. Thanks a lot. Looking for good weather.
Yes, I know,
Yeah, I know.
I'm hoping.
All right, next up on the agenda is a request to hold the 2016 PMC, the Kids Ride, on Sunday, September 25th, 2016, at Florence Sawyer School from 12 to 2.
We're a little bit ahead. I don't know if Sarah's coming or not. I don't think she could make it.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I know her. She said she was gonna run late because
So she couldn't be there for a while. So I actually told her not to worry about it now that I think about it. So-
Yeah.
But there's no issue with that either.
Right, so I mean, this is something we do every
Yeah, we
year.
do have the approved letter from Chief Nelson.
Yeah, so I think we're good with that. So I will take a motion to approve this.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye? And now we are at the point in the meeting that we all breathlessly wait for, is the town administrator report.
Well, update on Minuteman, I will just say that the chairman of the building committee, Minuteman Building Committee, Ford Spalding, presented an updated plan at last night's tri-town meeting. There was no information in it that the board hasn't heard before, but it was a good update for people who haven't had a chance to see it before. I think it's fair to say everybody in the audience was there. It was about a half-hour presentation. If anything, the initial estimate of what the annual impact to the median tax bill would be was somewhere between I think it was between 6521 and 6620 per year. And I think the latest figure last night was about $59, high 58s. So, yeah, it came down slightly. And all 16 towns did approve the new regional agreement, which is good. And then the next step is on each of the town meeting warrants, there will be a question of whether or not you approve the school project and the bonding for that. And that would be depending on how towns do it. Not every town debt excludes it. There are some towns out there that will pay for it through their local appreciations, but those are towns that are in, I think, probably better budget shape than we are. I think we would have to do debt exclusion, but I could be wrong. So I think the burden was $118,000 a year, if I remember correctly. So there's that. There is a building committee meeting Monday night where we'll be moving forward on the next phases of the project, but everything's continuing to move forward. One thing that was not on the agenda that I just reviewed today with the DPW is an opportunity for us to pursue a grant for the lights at the intersection of Main and Still River. There's a grant out there called the Small Town Rural Assistance Program, or STRAP grant. In the past, we've not qualified for that. We've been aware of it, but we haven't been eligible for it. We're now eligible for it. And in a nutshell, the applications would need to be in, I believe, in May. And the awards would be done a couple of months later. And if we were to get an award, we would get all of the engineering and the work done for free. It'd be 100% grant. So that's, a nice possibility. Obviously, there's no guarantees that we get the grant, but if we got it, we wouldn't have to pay for any engineering or any of the work. So that's really, really exciting. I give Harold a lot of credit. He was at, I believe, a Superintendent's Association meeting where this came up very recently. And we had not been aware of the change in the qualifications. So that being said, the question is, well, who writes the grant? And in this case, we spoke with our, I should say Harold, not we. Harold spoke with a representative from the engineering firm who was our low bidder for the engineering work. And he said that their company would write the grant. Because if they write the grant, they get the work because they were the low bidder. So there's certainly something in it for them. So that's very exciting. We're going to pursue that more. But, I don't know what the odds are. I don't know historically what the number of applicants have been versus the number of awards that have been made. Those are the types of things that I'll be looking into. But
do you know what changed that all of a sudden we're eligible?
I believe it was population. I believe since it's a rural, I believe that they've now raised the eligible population to 7,000 or less. And I think we just missed in the past. And I don't know how small you had to be, but it's small town rural assistance, so it's a lot of small towns, especially in the western part of the state, that.
And that would cover the big project, the 375?
It would.
Wow, that would be fantastic.
It would, I'm really excited
I'm
about
sure
it.
there's quite a few people going after it.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are, but this one particular engineering firm, I believe, I shouldn't say, I believe, I'm not positive, has written this grant for other clients, so I don't think they're a first timer at it. I know they're a good engineering firm, they all were that quoted on it, so very excited about that. I'll have more information for the meeting on the 24th, but which I think, my personal opinion, I think it just makes even now all the more sense to pursue the option for 27.6 and not the 3.5. I mean,
Right.
why would we appropriate money for something that we could get a grant for? And if I'm not mistaken, and again, it's possible that I'm mistaken, I think if we purchase that equipment for 27.6 and we don't need it, we don't have a failure down there, I believe we could use that equipment in the new work and not have to, we wouldn't be buying something, we'd be buying it again. I think we could plug it into what we would be doing. Again, I need to reconfirm that, but that's my understanding.
Yeah.
So again, very excited about that, very preliminary. You know, I've written a lot of grants in my day, and you can't get too excited about them, but you really hope for the best.
No, that's good news, but yeah, I think we should talk more, and still possibly, go with the 27.6, just in case, because there is no guarantee that we're gonna get the grant.
I mean, that'll certainly be an agenda item for the 24th.
Because I think we were probably leaning towards not doing 394 anyway this year, given everything else that we
I
have.
think that's fair to say. So hopefully we found a positive option. And
That's great.
And last but not least, I was asked to announce and remind everyone that tonight the salamanders are running. Teresa Sauer actually brought in, she came walking in my office with a pail, and she said, "Do you know what this is?" And I said, "Well, it's a pail," but I couldn't see what was in it. Well, what was in it was a fairly good-sized spotted salamander that was already saved.
This is why I ran for selectman. Right
You will dominate the salamander vote.
Spain has the bulls,
Yeah,
we have.
the running of the salamanders, that's right. Hopefully no one is injured.
Hemingway's rolling over.
But they do run. They are trying to cross the road. Generally speaking, trying to reach the vernal pools.
I'm sure there's a joke in there somewhere.
I'm working on it. Golden Run, Green Road, and that end of, Sugar Road, Golden Run, and that end of Green Road, down towards Golden Run.
Oh,
So
well, especially Golden Run, there's that vernal pool there.
There is, yes.
Oh, man,
there is.
there's probably gonna be like, it's like gonna be like spring break down
It is,
there.
actually. It's gonna be Daytona.
I think in Harvard, they've had, is it Harvard? Some, I was just driving somewhere and they have the signs up for the salamander crossings.
They're on Green Road right now.
Yeah,
That's right.
they put some out for this
That's
event,
right.
yeah.
But no, they
That's
do.
wonderful.
We have salamander equipment in the shed out there, so the signage and whatnot, so, but no, as I said, Daytona Beach on Golden Run tonight, so, and that's all I have unless either one of you have any
And then,
questions.
is there any news coverage?
I don't know if the media's been alerted or not.
So do they put how do they protect the salamanders?
Well, Craig's actually seen them tonight, but they actually do have, well, they try to get traffic to slow down. And there are people out there, hopefully not in the road, but we do have signs asking people to be careful. Now, I admit, I don't know that I personally could spot a salamander crossing the road as I'm driving along the road, but there are people out there, because they know where the vernal pools are.
I see.
So and they know where the crossings are. So, I think it's a great thing, it's nature at its finest. So, again, unless you have any other questions, that's all I have.
Thank you, Don. And I guess moving on to Board of Selectmen business. We have one on the agenda, the appointment of, request to appoint Douglas Heffel to the Agricultural Commission.
So we have a letter of recommendation there somewhere, I believe.
Yep. From Janet Johnson. It says, "I'm happy to endorse Douglas Heffel for the Agricultural Commission. He attended our February meeting, is new in town, grew up in a farming family, and is interested in raising animals here in Bolton. We're all very happy to have his presence in the meeting and look forward to his participation." I'm assuming that this was advertised?
It was advertised.
Duly advertised? Okay, well,
We are always advertising.
always advertised. All right, well, seeing that there apparently is no questions in the audience, I'll take a recommendation to appoint Douglas Heffel to the Agricultural Commission.
Now, second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Any other business to conduct?
None.
Okay, then I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Not as fast as the